Here's my GT4 Porsche Cayman setup for the Nürburgring Sprint Track on Project Motor Racing. First, I'll just show you the race I did, and you can find the setup at the end of the video here. All right, here we go. All right, so first got to bring my fuel so I can cover 6 laps. I have a tendency to do more than one. I ran into a thing before version 2 came out where it said 6 laps of fuel, and I did 6 laps of fuel and I barely made it. I had to reduce or shift early to make it to the end. So at this point in time, I am giving myself at least 1 lap of fuel more than what's required by the race. Maybe it's fixed now. I just haven't tried it yet for any live races yet. Let's see how we do on the start here. Decent launch. P3 definitely did very well. Got it between us. And he's trying to keep everybody. He was able to go wide, which was good. Let's see if I can stay to the right of him. So far so good, so far so good. I blew it. And I just got pegged by a guy. Not sure he could have got out of that. Well, so much for having P1 and P2 for a split second. Now down to P5. And for anybody that's curious about Project Motor Racing, and it's getting so much bad press, and a lot of the press that I've seen are from people who aren't even driving it. It's like they're just trying to make videos off of somebody else's clips. Is it the best game in the world? No. Does it have a lot of potential? Yes. Is the physics imperfect? Possibly. I mean, there are some things I might like to see adjusted, but so far, out of driving Gran Turismo 5, 6, Sport, and 7, and ACC, I still think ACC is the most stable that I've driven so far. And this is console only. I'm not including PC because that's just another area. But having the most fun with this one. I think for the first time, I feel like I'm racing a car. Like I have to, keep it on the track, or it's got too much power or something. You've got to dial the car in. You need to adjust your suspension, and again, hopefully the suspension setup I have at the end of this will help you get through this course. And I've said this on other videos, but I'll say it again. Just because you set up your suspension to where you can drive this track or any track comfortably does not mean it's the fastest setup. And I can remember downloading setups from some of the faster guys in ACC, and I was always amazed at how much oversteer they had, and it made me very uncomfortable in my driving. But I've learned to deal with it because I found, and if the same is for this game, that better have a little too much oversteer than too much understeer, or even a flat car that just feels comfortable to drive. I tend to have much faster laps when I have more oversteer. It just helps me get into the turns a little bit more. And I developed a series on tuning these cars when the game first started. Feel free to check that out, and I'll have more on that coming hopefully before the year ends. But life's getting a little busy right now at the moment. Can't talk and drive. So my laps not quite down where I want it to be. I was able to do a 1:15 on a previous race. I'm 1:15 something, so I'm trying to get that done here. And there's some traffic up ahead. I like the new feature in 2. You notice on the bottom right of the screen, you can see who's in front and who's not. And so you can find out whether you're lapping traffic or not. And that's good to know, because I came up on a guy whom I lapped one time, and apparently his driving was pretty poor because He was all over the track, and he sideswiped me. I was able to recover, which was great. But it just makes me a lot more cautious when I'm coming up on a lapped person. There's a reason they're back there. And there's room to grow. I used to be one of those people. I can remember being lapped many times in a race. All right, so I'm up to P2. And this is where it's going to stay. I will catch the leader. Everybody else is just basically driven off the track. And still haven't done my fastest lap yet. Maybe that'll be next. But either way, I mean, this is where I did it. It was a 1:15 something. I switched the bottom right screen, so I wasn't able to record it there. But I got it at the end later. So anyway, fun game. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Do they need improvement on some things? Yeah, they still do. How would I rate it? Would I rate it an 8 out of 10? I'm hard pressed to give it something that high, because that's kind of like in the great category as far as I'm concerned once you start getting an 8 out of 10. But it's better than the 5 out of 10 that was given at launch. And I very much like the way these cars handle compared to other games. And again, I've raced ACC, not greatly. I know it's considered the greatest GT3 racing game out there, and I don't doubt it. It is a great game to drive. But there's just something about this and the handling characteristics of this that I'm thoroughly enjoying, particularly in its ability to turn in. I feel like I have to have a lot of steering input on this compared not just to games but even real life. I don't see real guys turning this far to keep a car intact. And but you know, when it's all said and done, it's about having fun, right? So are you having fun with this? Do you enjoy it? If you are struggling with this, again, look at my tunes, and if you're a PlayStation member in particular, look me up, because I'll gladly set up a lobby. And if you've got the time and I've got the time, and I can help you work on some laps. I'm probably a better coach and a teacher than I am a driver, as my aging vision makes it very hard to see things on any track with corrective lenses or not. But anyway, there's an offer to you if you guys want it. And I want to promote the game. I think it's got a lot of potential to it. It still needs some work, but that hasn't stopped me from playing this. I've really quit playing all of the racing games other than this for the most part, just because of my enjoyment with this thing and the way how I think it feels and such. Anyway, I'm just going to fast forward to the end. There's no sense watching this. I do end up in second. I'm going to say roughly about, well, heck, it's almost to the end now. I was going to say roughly about 4 seconds. And I'm on lap 6 after 6. So there's my 1:15. I can't read it from here. 1:15 something. It was my fast lap. There we go, 1:15.589. And here, let me show you the setup for that.